Welcome to a new fantasy adventure on Dreamscape. Discover the story of the ambitious alchemist Faren, who risks everything for a rejuvenation potion, only to experience a devastating result. The biggest gesture you can give me is a like. If you like my stories, feel free to leave a subscription and activate the bell so you don't miss any more stories. Well then, let's dive into the story. Faren's failed rejuvenation potion. Full of anticipation, Faren the alchemist entered his secret workshop deep beneath the town of Silverwood. He carefully carried in a small chest, which he placed on a table. Inside was the rare glowing mushroom moss from the swamp mist mountains, said to possess miraculous powers. Faren took out a dried branch of the moss from the chest and looked at it reverently. For years he had searched for this fabled moss. Now he would be able to use it for his rejuvenation potion that he had been working on for so long. The alchemist carefully lit the fire under his cauldron and added a number of ingredients that were ready on the table. Next, he threw in a pinch of the moss. Immediately, the liquid began to glow brightly. Faren watched each change closely. The potion now shimmered a vibrant golden hue, exactly the reaction he had hoped for. With trembling hands, the alchemist poured some of the liquid into a vial.
Now for the decisive moment,
Faren murmured. He took a deep breath and then emptied the vial in one go. Immediately, it went through him like a bolt of lightning. His whole body began to tingle and pulse. Faren waited anxiously for the potion to take effect. But when he looked down at himself, his breath caught. His skin had become sallow and flabby, the veins standing out clearly. His hands were covered with age spots and trembled. What had gone wrong? Hastily, Faren staggered to a mirror. Horrified, he examined his reflection. Instead of rejuvenating him, the potion had aged him by at least 20 years.
This can't be!
Cried Faren in despair. His voice sounded thin as an old man. What had he done wrong in the preparation? He had to go over his notes again. But the alchemist realized with horror that his mind was already clouded. He could only remember his formulas and fragments. He tried in vain to bring order into his notes. Finally, Faren collapsed, exhausted. He had failed. Instead of finding eternal youth, he had only accelerated his own physical decline. His life's work was undone. In the years that followed, the aged alchemist withdrew more and more. He was now a frail old man who could hardly pursue his work. More and more bitterly, he thought of his failed potion. The rumor of the failed rejuvenation potion soon made the rounds throughout Silverwood. It was rumored that Faren had forfeited his life through dark forces. The children fearfully avoided his house. Still, the alchemist did not give up hope of unraveling the mystery and completing his work. Stoically, he tried to find new formulas and reconstruct his notes. But Faren's spirit had long since weakened too much and his body was frail. Finally, he died 3 years after that fateful day when he had taken the potion. He took the recipe to his grave. For a long time after that, people in Silverwood told the spooky legend of the alchemist who became an old man through black magic. But no one was able to uncover the true secret of his potion. One day, however, Faren's tragic story took an unexpected turn. Decades after his death, the young alchemist Jaren found the hidden laboratory by chance. Immediately, Jaren felt magically drawn to the dusty records and equipment. He decided to solve the mystery of Faren's potion. For months, Jaren meticulously worked his way through the notes. Slowly, he reconstructed the formula step by step. His enthusiasm and ambition grew with each new discovery. And then, after a year, he thought he had it made. With a pounding heart, Jaren brewed the potion again according to the reconstructed formula. The color, the smell, everything seemed to be right. Full of anticipation, but also with dread, Jaren finally drank a vial of the brew. Moments later, an intoxicating sensation coursed through his body. When he looked in the mirror, he whooped. The formula was perfect. Instead of aging, he had rejuvenated. He felt years younger. Faren had been avenged. But Jaren carefully guarded the secret of the potion from then on. The legend of the failed alchemist remained. But he and he alone knew the truth and used it wisely.